Hello everyone, I'm Josh. 欢迎回到中文播客。
Hello everybody, welcome back to ChinesePod. I'm Joy.
今天我们要聊一些和老虎有关的句子，还有一些常见的用语，对吧？
Oh, I am really liking this episode because we're going to talk all about the tiger. And you can see the word 虎. The Chinese character is sort of like a picture of the tiger's facial print. So it's kind of like the lines, you've got these curves. I'm liking it already. What kind of personality do you think a tiger or a tiger-like person has?
如果我们说一个人很像老虎，代表这个人很有权力或是很有力量。
Now I think you're talking about tiger moms.
不太一样啦。
But a tiger is like a go-getter.
对。
They get something they want. They're aggressive. So I also heard that in Chinese culture, it's not really the best to be born in the year of the tiger. Do you know about this?
对，在虎年的时候，想生孩子的人特别少。
So we'll talk about some of the positives and maybe some not so positives of the tiger today in the idioms. Let's check it out.
我们先来看看这个句子：虎父无犬子，所以爸爸是老虎，没有狗儿子。你觉得是什么意思？
So if the dad's a tiger, then the kid's not going to be a dog. I'm guessing the kid's not going to be too bad. So you're saying that tigers are better than dogs in this case?
是，跟狗比起来，老虎比较成功。
So tiger in the Chinese culture is a symbol of success or a go-getter. You want to get what you want and you're really ambitious. Maybe the dog's like friendly or at home. So I'm going to say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
我有一个朋友，他生意做得很好。那你知道他爸爸是谁吗？
A successful businessman, I'm guessing.
所以我们会说，果然是虎父无犬子。
I have another example of successful father-son duel. Bush in Chinese, that was?
哪一个布什总统？
Both actually.
老布什和小布什都当过总统，果然是虎父无犬子啊。
So it's a comparison between the father and the son. They're not going to be too far apart because they're both going to be tigers. Now that sounds to me like it's a lot of pressure for the son if your father's successful.
在中国文化里，如果爸爸很成功，儿子就有很大的压力，因为他也要很成功，才不会丢全家人的脸。接下来我们看看这个句子：明知山有虎，偏向虎山行。所以明知就是我已经知道，我明明知道山里面有老虎。偏向，偏的意思是还是要，所以偏要往虎山行，行是走的意思。
So I know that it's a dangerous place, but I'm still walking toward that tiger's cave. So would you say this person was brave or not very smart?
有勇气还是笨呢？我觉得我也不知道。
Maybe both. Oh, I have a friend. He didn't know any Chinese except for 你好, and he decided to come to China. Pretty brave, right?
所以明知山有虎，偏向虎山行，真是有勇气啊。
So then he was studying and he was super ambitious. Half a year later, he says he's going to enroll in school. But all the classes are in Chinese.
明知山有虎，偏向虎山行。如果中文说得不好，用英文学习就好了。
Maybe it's probably a better idea for him to take classes in English first instead. It's a little bit ambitious. So we can use this context sort of to talk about super brave or a little too ambitious, maybe come back a little bit.
最后我们来看看这一个句子：初生之犊不畏虎。初生就是刚生出来，犊是小牛，不畏虎。畏是害怕，所以初生之犊不畏虎是什么意思？你觉得？
So this firstborn baby cow or calf is not afraid of the tiger. So I'm guessing you're talking about somebody who's pretty fresh. It could be a baby or someone who's new to a job, not being afraid of that tiger or maybe that boss or the courageous or successful person.
我们可以拿来形容刚进到一个新的环境，或是刚开始工作的年轻人。
我遇过一个人 This was a long time ago, but when she came to the company, she was a 22-year-old, super ambitious, but she challenged the boss, which is not okay in Chinese culture. She got fired around 3 months after, but I thought she was super ambitious. Can we use that to describe her?
虽然她很年轻，但是却一点也不害怕她的老板，所以我们可以说真是初生之犊不畏虎啊。
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great, but in Chinese culture, hierarchy is very important. So you definitely need to know your place. And maybe once she does get to that middle management position, she can be as bold. But stepping into that company, not a good idea.
我认识一个美国人，他一进到中国的公司，就用美国人的方法来管理员工啊，真是初生之犊不畏虎啊。
So I'm guessing he probably wasn't very popular and he probably got some complaints from Chinese people because he wasn't learning the Chinese way. Did he learn though?
有啊，最后他学习了中国人的方法呢。
Good for him. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Okay, today we learned all about tigers, how they're brave, how they're scary, how they're successful. Let's review these 3 Chinese sayings.
我们刚刚说到虎父无犬子。
Tiger dad, that means that kid's not going to be a dog, so the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And the second one?
明知山有虎，偏向虎山行。
So I'm going toward that mountain even though I know there's a tiger in there. I'm going to do something brave or it's going to be really dumb. The third one?
我们最后提到初生之犊不畏虎。
That fresh-born baby calf is not afraid of the big bad tiger. So again, we're either being courageous and ambitious or maybe not such a good idea. Again, Chinese culture is all about context. Be really sensitive to that culture when you're going in to see if there's a hierarchy, if there's a level of respect that needs to be paid. Hopefully today you've enjoyed this episode about tigers.
如果有什么问题，欢迎在下面的留言处给我们回复。
I'm Joy.I'm
Josh.
See you next time.
我们下次见。
Introducing ChinesePod Recap, the app with fast summary lessons. How much time do you have? Join us in the beta program. For more info, go to ChinesePod.com/recap.